does labor start while you are sleeping? Or is this uterus asleep as well and won't get things going? Today, I'm going to share what I've seen in my 25 years of labor and delivery, along with my own experiences as a mom of 3. This can be really confusing, and I think a lot of people worry that they're going to be asleep and sort of miss going into labor. But today, I'm going to bust some of those myths, tell you the beauty of sleeping even when you are in labor, and talk about what some of the studies show. So let's jump into it. And I gotta say that every night, as I got towards my due date, I would wonder, is tonight the night? Am I going to wake up like they do in the movies? And sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But if you're in your third trimester, I actually have a whole third trimester checklist that I'm going to link to down below. It has awesome goodies like baby necessities, how to make a postpartum care plan, what you need for yourself postpartum. A lot of people don't talk about that. So grab that third trimester checklist because I bet you're in that zone and it's going to be really helpful. So can labor start while you are sleeping? And I'm here to tell you that labor can actually start at any time, which is really disconcerting, right? I would love it's probably going to be around 3 p.m. today announcement from my body, but it just does not give me that. Labor can start at any time. And it's really annoying. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, how does labor start? And I actually have a whole video on the 3 agreements that your body needs to make before going into labor. It's your mind, your baby, and your uterus that all sort of have to agree, like, yeah, now is the time to go into labor. It doesn't go by the clock. It just goes by when they're all ready. And I'm going to link that video down below for you so you guys can check it out. It's super helpful. Now, what do the studies show about what time labor most often starts? Now, this is pretty tricky because there's a lot of people who get induced anymore, and so we got to take all of those people out of the equation. But it does seem like more people go into labor at night, and one of the reasons I think is one of the parts of those whole agreement is that your brain has to feel kind of safe in order for you to go into labor. And oftentimes the time we feel the most safe because our partner's there, we're in a warm and cozy bed, is at night. And so that might be the time that your body decides, yeah, it's time to go into labor. Now, a few other questions you might have. Can your water break while you are asleep? It absolutely can. I hear very frequently that people are asleep, but they feel a pop that wakes them up, kind of like a water balloon breaking, and then they sit up and their water comes out, which is why I absolutely recommend that everyone have a waterproof mattress pad on their bed when they are pregnant. And this will come in handy with kids as well, because you just never know what types of fluids might be on your bed from when you get pregnant until, your baby leaves your house. But yes, your water can absolutely break while you are sleeping. But fun fact, only 15% of people's water breaks before they get to the hospital, and probably 10% of those people are actually in good labor when their water breaks. So it is very unlikely your water would break while you're asleep and very comfortable. But it could happen, which is why the waterproof mattress pad. Another question you might have is, should you sleep during labor? And I'm actually a huge fan of getting rest at any point in time that you are in labor. It not only fills up your gas tank so that you're more able to manage the pain of contractions, but also, it can help your body relax and help baby find their best way into the birth canal. So it can be 2 big wins at once. If you can rest, I'm a huge fan of it. You are not going to sleep through your baby being delivered. Once the pain gets hard enough, you aren't going to be able to rest unless you get pain medication or something like that. Of course, when you're not actually asleep, I do recommend moving. So again, baby can find their best way into the birth canal. So important. And that's actually something partners can be really helpful with. In the online prenatal class for couples bundle, I actually have labor movement cards, which are a great reference for partners so that they can help you move and have some ideas to help you move when you're in early labor. So important, because it's real easy to get in deer in the headlights and forget everything that you've ever learned, which is why those little cards can be really helpful. And pro tip, a lot of this just doesn't come naturally to partners, so taking a class that involves them can be really helpful. That's why I love that class. Now, some of you might be thinking, how on earth can I sleep when I'm in labor? First off, go into a dark room. See if you can close your eyes, put on a sleep mask if you're one of those kind of girlies. Try and get, put yourself in a situation where rest would happen more frequently. Maybe try a meditation app on your phone or a YouTube video with meditation that can help you get some rest. Now, some people might actually even consider asking their provider, is there something that I could take when I'm in early labor to help me get some rest? And your provider might either have some supplements that you can take or might actually give you a prescription of something you can take, even just half the pill, to try and get some rest in early labor, because it can be really easy to spiral out of control in your mind and not be able to rest, even though your body could really use it. Also, getting prepared so you're not freaking out about all the things that you're going to anticipate at the hospital can be helpful as well. Prepared couples just birth better. The class that I recommend, again, will be linked down below, but I think knowing what to expect is really going to help you get some rest in early labor as well. And finally, will contractions wake you up? Yes. When they get strong enough, you will likely wake up. If you can go back to sleep for a little bit, that's a win. I actually have a whole video on things you should be doing right before you go into the hospital, so that video might be helpful for your next steps. But thank you for joining us here on The Pregnancy Nurse, where we get you prepared, not scared, for your upcoming hospital birth.